Hey guys, welcome to Game Bad. Today bringing out a video for our weapon blueprint series, and today we're going to be covering the Old Faithful blueprint for the M16, as well as the Woods operator that you get here in-game by pre-ordering Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So I'll go through, we'll review the weapon, take a look at the Woods operator skin, and then we'll just show off some gameplay as well as some different builds we can use with Franken-smithing for the Old Faithful M16 blueprint. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So back out, and here is the final design for the Old Faithful M16 blueprint that you'll get by pre-ordering Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War from a digital download, whether it's on PlayStation, PC, or Xbox. So again, here's this, but let's go ahead first out, and we'll back out to the Woods operator. So again, we'll take a look at Woods. And first off, I was a little hesitant to think whether or not he would fit into the Modern Warfare universe as an operator, and you can see he absolutely does. Being the time period for Black Ops Cold War is going to be right around the early 80s, 1981 mainly, and then obviously we'll have some flashbacks at some points there to Vietnam and other eras, but I was a little hesitant to see, I was curious, I guess I should say, how this would fit in with the Modern Warfare universe. You can see right off the bat, fits in perfectly. He has a typical, what fits in the time period for the 1980s, what looks like the tactical rig and just overall outfit in general. He's got the patented Woods headband, although this one is green versus the typical red that I think we're used to seeing him in the Black Ops series so far. And you can see just overall it has Woods on his right hand side. He's got his tactical rig. I don't see any armor on this particular outfit, but again, that kind of fits with the time period. They really only had flak jackets back in at least the Vietnam era. In the 80s we were definitely getting body armor at some points, but we'll have to wait and see what they have for that. I did hear leaks that there was going to be some sort of heavy body armor in Black Ops Cold War that you could equip in multiplayer. So obviously there's body armor in the 80s. Whether or not he has some on underneath his gear here is to be determined. But you can see it also looks like he has what looks like a sawed-off 725 or something there in his left-hand holster. And then he has his pistol. On the right-hand side looks like the 1911, probably with the same one, just basically what I have equipped here. So that fits in with what I have. He's got his knife on his back rear as well as his pack there equipped up. Obviously just what fits in the time period for the boots, knee pad, which you see with a lot of operators with the one knee pad. And again, this goes to the same kind of outfit we see Woods in the trailer and some of the screenshots that we've seen also. So I like how they modeled this, not just trying to modernize it for the most part to fit in here, but you can see even with the gloves, everything just looks old school but also fits into the modern time period that we're doing here with Modern Warzone. And then you also see that Black Ops logo there on his front, on the left-hand side there, on the front part of his pack or his tactical rig. He's got his radio there on the top right-hand side. What looks like strobes on the top right are the strobes, and the radio's on the top left. And then, or IR strobes there, probably on the top right perhaps. And then you can see his comms hooked into his ears with the microphone there as well. So pretty interesting. He's got grenades. Also, really nice looking operator. I really like this look overall. I think it definitely, like I said, it fits in. If we look compared to something like D-Day, we'll go ahead and look again. D-Day obviously with a tactical helmet here, but again, this specific Arctic Ops skin, you can see not too much. They don't look like they're out of two different time periods, one being 2019-2020 versus 1981. You wouldn't really think that off the bat. So I think they did a really good job of integrating 1981 Woods into Modern Warfare, and this looks really cool. I'd be interested to see Mason, Hudson, and some of the other characters as well, and how they fit in their tactical loadouts as well as different cosmetic outfits we can equip for them also. So let's go ahead back out. We'll look at the weapon itself here. So the Old Faithful M16 blueprint, what I'll do is strip this down to base. And you can see now when you strip it down, it does retain the cosmetic changes of the blueprint as well as mainly being the color. So we have a black PMAG here with what looks like tape on the left-hand side of the magazine. Then obviously we have the decals, which we'll be going over it a little bit, which are specific to the blueprint. But mainly we have that carrying handle that everyone's been asking for. If you didn't get the initial Season 1 reward for the M16 for the OG blueprint, now you can have a chance to get this. Again, not the exact same thing, but again, you still have the same type of M16, just minus some cosmetic changes. So first off, let's go with the muzzle. We're going to go ahead and select the flash suppressor. This all comes with the blueprint again. So this is going to just conceal the muzzle flash when you're firing the weapon. The cons here, bullet velocity. Now, just for reference, this is what the default flash guard looks like. Task Force, Old Faithful. So again, very darker color tone here with the Old Faithful blueprint overall. Now for the barrel, we're going to go Again, with that M16 Grenadier stock or barrel here, this is going to assist with the damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control. The cons here being the ADS speed and the movement speed for this weapon. So again, you can see default, OG, and Old Faithful. Just a newer, it looks like a brand new M16 just off the factory floor with how clean and polished up it is, which is interesting. I would think they would be going with something more like the OG, but again, I guess this definitely fits since we already have an OG type rustic looking M16. We want something a little bit different here. We're going to skip the laser as well as the optic. Now for the stock, we're obviously going to want the M16 stock. This again just going to assist with the aim and stability. The cons here, aim, walk, and movement speed. So again, you can just see default, OG, XRK, Old Faithful. So again, staying with that nice new finish for the weapon on that M16 stock. And then we're going to go ahead and go with the perk is going to be FMJ, so bullet penetration. And rear grip we're going to skip, and the ammunition is going to come with this blueprint is going to be the 60-round magazine. So we're going to go from a base 30-round PMag to a 60-round casket mag. And again, it's just going to double our ammo capacity to the 5.56 by 45 NATO. Cons here being the ADS speed and the movement speed for this weapon. So we'll go ahead and select that. You can see what the different magazines look like here with the weapon. So we'll go ahead and put that on, and that is the final design here for this weapon. Again, this is the OG, or excuse me, not the OG, the Old Faithful blueprint for the M16. Now, some things to note here. You see the words Autumn written on this right there below the front aperture. You see on the carrying handle it says Autumn on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the Grenadier barrel. Also says Autumn on the left-hand side of the casket mag in the front there as well. We have the gold trigger as well as some custom gold decals on the right-hand side of the weapon showing 1965 through 2000XX. So meaning, if this is specific to Woods, meaning I'm not sure what the significance of those dates are. You guys will have to let me know down below. But again, this is a pretty nice looking blueprint overall. And we have those custom decals there on the right-hand side of the weapon, which I'm not too sure what else they are. There's the gold decals, which fit with the trigger, as well as the forward assist. Also a little bit of gold there also for this particular blueprint. So before we jump into the gameplay, let's go ahead and just take a look at the camouflage on this weapon, how these change the weapon. So again, you can see it's going to take up the entire weapon, gives it that nice new finish overall with this brand new looking type M16. It's going to cover everything except for the magazine and the very end of the barrel here on this particular blueprint. And again, how's it going to look with the decals there? You can see it'll cover it slightly, but you can still make those out. But again, this is a nice fresh looking M16 blueprint, which I really, really like. And you can have a couple different cosmetic variations of how you really want to make this. Again, you can just see really quick if we play around with the barrels here, how this is going to look if we select different barrels. So we have like a Colt Commando or a CAR-15 we could make essentially, which we'll be seeing in Black Ops. So we can see what the basic 14.5-inch barrel is going to look like here. And if we did something like a zip tie again, you can see that's a pretty nice, clean looking weapon build we have here as well. Very nice and neat looking with that particular zip tie barrel. Corvus Custom, again, this is definitely an option here. You'll see something similar like this probably with the handguards, similar to what we might see something with the OG A1. Again, a little bit different shape to the handguard, but I was actually surprised it didn't come with a variation of this handguard versus the Grenadier. And again, the Predator, you can see how that looks there. Again, just a very nice, neat looking M16. So let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay here. I'm just playing in-game against bots here on his arcade just to show off how this weapon looks. And again, you'll also see me throw on the grenade launcher here halfway through. I was actually surprised that this blueprint didn't come with a grenade launcher attached to it, because being that we do have that specific barrel on this weapon, I was shocked because that is the heat shield for the M203 on this specific build of the M16. I was pretty surprised the M203 didn't come with this like it did with the OG. But again, you can go ahead and throw that on there. You'll see me put it on near the end of the gameplay just so you can see what that looks like in game and how it handles. Again, the iron sights on this with the carrying handle there are actually very clean and neat. So this is definitely a really good option if you didn't get the OG blueprint in Season 1 or any other blueprints for the M4 that give you that M16 with the carrying handle. I know there's only been at least 2 or 3 total so far since the game launched. So again, this is one of those options. I know a lot of you comment all the time about not being able to get the OG blueprint because you didn't complete Season 1. So this is definitely a really good option if you don't have that. All you got to do to get this, again, is to pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Any of the digital editions, I believe, will get you the Woods Operator bundle, which comes with this Old Faithful M16. And you get a couple of different specific calling cards and emblems related to Black Ops Cold War as well. So let me know down below what you guys think of this particular blueprint. What is a different blueprint that you want to see? Do you want to see more blueprints coming for Call of Duty Cold War that are kind of specific to this game, or more operators coming from Call of Duty Cold War as well? I know definitely, because of Warzone is going to have some sort of integration with Cold War, whether it's on a different map or whatnot, we're going to be seeing those operators come sooner rather than later, I'm sure. So we may see them start to trickle in before the game launches, or again, we may just see all that happen when the game launches. But I would really like to see Mason, Hudson, and some of the other characters as well make a return. Maybe Reznov, whether or not, whatever role he's going to be playing in Cold War should be interesting to see as well, since he did make an appearance in Black Ops 2 briefly in a flashback scene, or maybe a type of a dream sequence as well. So we'll have to see what that looks like and what other blueprints we can get for him, or different weapons we can get in the blueprints here for Call of Duty Modern Warfare from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So again, let me know down below what you think of this. Again, just pre-order any digital copy of the game. Let me know down below if you've done that yet, or if you're planning on doing it or not. Again, if you have the OG bundle, I would say you really don't need this M16. I honestly prefer the OG blueprint over this. But again, the big thing here is you do get the Woods operator, which I really like Woods. I think he looks really awesome in game, and he fits in really well with the theme of modern characters. Honestly, I think his skin is head and shoulders above some of the crazy skins we've gotten here in Season 5. And the latter half of the Battle Pass was a little outlandish when it came to operator skin. So the Woods operator skin, again, a nice grounded in reality skin. And I'm looking forward to seeing more skins like that going forward. So let me know down below what you guys think. Are you excited for Black Ops Cold War? Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you're not already. Definitely support smaller channels like myself. I think we just passed over 24,000 subscribers, so we'll probably be doing a giveaway here when Season 6 launches, and/or we reach 25,000 subs, and then again at 30. And every season I do the giveaway. So if you're not subscribed, stay tuned to the latest videos for that. Go ahead and do that, and like the video. It definitely helps out, makes me realize how much you guys like the content. We do live streams now, so it's going to be Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays I'll be doing the live streams. So go ahead and comment down below what kind of builds you want me to be using in the live streams for different weapons, etc. And I'll go ahead and take that into account when we jump into those live streams here on YouTube. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Let me know down below what you think of the Woods operator as well as the Old Faithful M16. And until next time, this is Buffner Gaming, out.